Hello guys, we're here today with another very special video. We're here with our Halloween special, and we have here a zombie deck profile. This is like a zombie hero Omega weird deck that works really well, just like how that Clownblade deck worked last week, where it was just a master cards that seemed to work really well. This is very similar. It is pretty much zombie synchro, but we threw in some elemental heroes or heroes in general. Excuse me, so that way we can get malicious and plague. So there's multiple different engines. There's a malicious plague engine, so that way we can just make a level 8 synchros, which is the main goal of your deck, or getting out 2 level 4s and synchro summoning with Uni Zombie. So let's just go right in. We have 3 malicious, because you of course run 3 malicious, so it wouldn't really work well to just run 2. And that's it. Zombie Master is great. It's a Lumina. You just get to summon out a zombie by discarding a card, which is really great. Being able to fill your grave with the right cards is really good. Just discarding a Malicious, discarding a Plague, or a Mizuki, or even a Shadow Mist, because Shadow Mist will get his effect, is really useful. Mizuki, he is very abusable in this deck, because you can keep on returning him to your graveyard, so you can just keep on summoning out different monsters. So he is very useful. Just keep on summoning out a Zombie Master, use him to summon out a Uni Zombie, or use him to summon out a Uni Zombie himself, or a Goblin Zombie, and keep on getting those searches. Is really good. 2 Diamond Dudes, this is the guy we pretty much use Destiny draw with. You normally try to use it with 1 Malicious and then the 2 other Diamond Dudes, but if you don't have that option, you could always just summon him out if you have nothing better to summon, and just try it to see if you can mill your Destiny draws. And I believe you don't have to pay for life if you mill an Instant Fusion. And of course you can mill any Foolish and Upstart or a Hero Lives. So Diamond Dude does have some utility, and of course we can use Plague Spreader to top deck a normal spell card if you want. Pyramid Turtle is amazing. He's our stall engine pretty much. If you don't open up with stuff, he searches out pretty much the entire deck. The only things he doesn't search out is Malicious. So pretty much you use him, you use this guy, you just use him to summon out another Pyramid Turtle, and then you can then summon out the Goblin Zombie for the final attack, so that way you get to search for an Uni Zombie, or you can just search for the Uni Zombie off of the Pyramid Turtle if your opponent has nothing else to do. But it's probably safe to go with the Goblin Zombie, so that way they don't Wugaki or Uni Zombie. 3 Shadow Mist, of course, so that way we can search out any of our 5 targets. And yeah, he's pretty much here just to make it so that way we can get to Malicious and our Destiny draw targets. Uni Zombie's the heart of the deck here. He is amazing. You can discard a card from your hand and increase any monster on the field, so you can mess with Tellarknights, as you will see in one of the duels. He will increase its level by 1, or you can send a zombie type monster from your deck to the graveyard. But if you do, only zombie monsters can attack that turn. So if you do it during main phase 1, you can't attack, but if you do it during main phase 2, all is good, all is good. So he just pretty much lets us dump our Mizukis or whatever we want into the graveyard, and then he becomes level 4. You synchro summon on up with a Goblin Zombie, because that's what you want. You want to have a Goblin Zombie in grave, and then this guy in your hand, which is easy. You just get this guy in the field, and he'll search out Uni Zombie when he's sent to the graveyard, and then you can send a Mizuki to summon out Goblin Zombie, and then you can make Omega to return your Mizuki. Plague Spreader, I said that weird. Plague Spreader Zombie is of course really good, just top decking, put stuff back into your deck that you don't really need, and of course just helping us make our level 8 synchros. And when it comes to Malicious and Plague Spreader, make sure you use Plague Spreader first, unless you're trying to go with a combo with like Diamond Dude or something, so that way you don't draw into the card you just placed on top of your deck. Always go Plague Spreader and then Malicious to shuffle it back in. 2 Instant Fusion for 2 Nodens. You could summon out Plague, but you don't have any level 6 targets. Nodin helps us with making rank 4 plays, and you could make the Black Rose off of it because Uni Zombie is a level 3 tuna. But if his effect is negated, you can increase any monster's level. So he's just pretty much there to help us go for XZ summons, but if you already have an Uni Zombie, you can use him to summon out a Goblin Zombie. He's just a monster reborn pretty much. A Hero Lives, it does cost quite a bit, but you get to search out your Mass Change card, which is very useful, and it can set you up very well. Just having, like, honestly, if you open up with Hero Lives and then just summon out Shadow Mist, you get that Mass Change. It means you're going to have either a Malicious or a Destiny, and you're going to be able to summon out Dark Law, and then all you have to do is set something, or summon a Uni Zombie and dump something in turn 1, or set a Pyramid Turtle or a Goblin Zombie. So it's really good. It sets you up very nicely, and Dark Law is Dark Law. He can just be really annoying. 3 Destiny Doors, they can clog, but you can always get rid of them with Plague Spreader and put them back in your deck using Plague Spreader and Malicious. Or you could try to, again, use the combo with Diamond Dude and try to send it. If you do, then wow, that's amazing, because then you get to draw 2 cards and don't have to discard anything. 3 Upstarts, because consistency. Unfortunately, this deck probably would do well with Chicken Game, but the thing is that with Hero Lives, is it puts your life at so low that your opponent's probably just going to get rid of Chicken Game instead of drawing off of it, so that'll just kill you real quick. And it puts you so low that you don't have enough, you don't really get to use it all that much. So 3 Chicken Games isn't all that useful, and I really wanted to have the MSDs. Okay, you need these MSDs to make your plays go off. Foolish Burial gets us whatever. It can be a search for a Malicious, a Diamond Dude, or by sending a Shadow Mist, it can send stuff to the graveyard to set up for a Zombie Master, or send a Mizuki, and then you could send a Goblin Zombie, or vice versa. So it has a lot of uses, it's really good. Of course, the 2 MSDs to make sure our plays go through. If you want to go on Galaxy Cyclone or whatever, it's up to you. Mass Chain second, we're running Mass Chain second so that way A, we can target our monsters as well, and B, sending cards to graveyard can set up very useful for later plays. Sending a Mizuki, of course, or Malicious or whatever can set up for later plays. And of course, Shadow Mist, if he's in your hand, will get his effect if discarded for cost for Mass Chain second. So that is definitely useful. Just the attack into a Noonie Zombie that you summon, you can just make a Dank Log real quick, and your opponent will be in trouble. And that is it for the main deck. It's very fun to play this deck, honestly. Just how it works, and just being able to just spam the field with level 8 synchros and make huge fields. It's very interesting and very fun to play this deck. So let's just go in. 1 Anki, 1 Darklaw. Anki can attack directly, so that can be useful in some matchups, and if he destroys a monster by battle, he can search for a change. Not that that's really necessary, but he is there just to get into the scenario where you want to either mass change on a Malicious or on a Darklaw. And then of course Danklaw here, if any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished, so that it can be really, really annoying, and if your opponent adds a card from their deck to the hand, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's hand. So Danklaw is very, very useful. Of course, 2 Nodens to summon out a level 4 lower monster. And then for level 8 synchros, we have 1 Beals, 1 Void Ogre. If you have no cards in hand, you can gate a spell or trap card, so that can be very useful, but you don't really get them off too much because you have so many monsters in your hand that it can be a little bit hard to do. Hot Red, just to blow up the field real quick. Crimson Blader, of course, because shutdowns a lot of decks, just not being able to summon. Omega, Omega's the synchro you want to make. Like, you want to make this guy real quick because he will return one of your banished monsters from the banish to the graveyard. So you can return a Mizuki or a Plague. Those are normally what you return, as these are Mizukis or Plagues. There's no point in returning a Malicious, because unless it's in the deck, you can't really do anything with it. But yeah, you're pretty much summoning, returning these guys. And then of course, if your opponent activates anything during the main phase, you can just be like, yeah, banish 1 card from their hand. So he can be very, very useful. He can leave the field, which is really nice, because then it lets you have that extra field, so that way you can summon more monsters. And then start a Spark Dragon. He's what you want to make if you have Darklaw out, so that way you can protect him. There are many times where I've had an Omega or Darklaw and then start a Spark Dragon, so that way I can protect the Darklaw. And of course, Omega will always just disappear most of the time, so there is no real worry. And then of course, Black Rose, the 1 Black Rose if we really need to blow up the field. Works really well if you have Malicious and Plague Engrave, and you just go like Zombie Master, discard Plague, or whatever, and then summon out any zombie, don't use its effect. Or if your opponent has a monster, use its effect and then nuke the field, but then you want to be able to attack. And that is it for synchros. We're just running the generic level 4s, the Excitement, the Castel, the 101, and the Dark Rebellion, so that way we can do a whole bunch of damage, blow up the field, and get rid of cards. And that is it for this deck. It's very, very powerful, I feel. It's not the most competitive decks. This Halloween special, there's not going to be any competitive decks. But it is definitely very fun and very interesting how well it works. And who knows, maybe with the new Shinra stuff or whatever, I'm not sure. There's like new zombie stuff. I don't know how to spell it. No, I do not know how to spell it. But there's like a fire lake that zombies are getting, and that can be really annoying. So with that new support, this deck could actually be something really big in the future. I mean, January is going to change everything. Because once Bosch comes out, everything's going to be different. We're getting all the OCG cards. Just don't spend any money. Wait until January. Because you're going to waste it. Which hopefully means Manji Spectres will be pretty cheap. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. And yeah, stay tuned for the duel with this deck and Ghost Tricks. I will be doing Ghost Tricks later this week. And so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.